Well, thanks for having me today. And I wanted to talk about the business owner's mindset right now and what the customer needs to know from you. Everybody understands that as a business owner, it is incredibly tricky right now, right? There's so many things that we have pivoted to and changed and redone in our business that was forced on us. And we had to make all these corrections and changes. The piece that sometimes gets left behind is the guest perspective, what your customer is thinking and what they need to hear from you, because you're working on trying to reopen and cover your bills and rehiring your staff and PPP. So all these other distractions, and we assume that our customer base is loyal and they'll be here when we get back. Well, that's where I want you to put a little effort and a little bit of focus on what your customers need from you right now. And number one, they need business 101. They need to know when you're open, what your products are, what your services are, what kind of changes. Are you no longer open for breakfast? Are you at takeout with touchless payments? Are you curbside only? Are you delivery? Are you opening your salon with appointments only? What is your business basics? What are your products? What are your services? What are your times? You have to communicate that right now because everybody around you is changing. So I assume that you're changing also. Now, the second piece that your customers need from you right now, they need to see, and I mean absolutely positively need to see that you are taking this virus serious, that you as a business owner and a management and a leadership team are controlling the environment so that it's safe for me to come into your business. This is where you start to build the trust. Now, there's some people right now that are just simply not ready to come back out to businesses. And there's people that are absolutely ready. So you're dealing with everybody on the spectrum. As a business or a restaurant owner, my policy philosophy was always I never wanted to offend anybody, right? I never wanted to play the music that was a little too heavy metal because that might interrupt or disturb somebody. So it was always creating an environment that worked for all of my customers. And you've got to realize that now that's different, that there are people very comfortable with going without a mask. And there's some that wouldn't walk into a building if they saw somebody without a mask. So cater to everybody, but what you're trying to do ultimately is you're trying to build some trust. I've got to trust you. If I see that you're doing everything to the best of your ability, then I start to get past the fear and I get to the trust. It may not bring me out more and more and more often right now, but if I trust you now, when I am ready, I'm going to start to come back to you. Now, the last piece is your customers need to be heard because I see so many changes from Business 101 or from your business model that are drastically different. So we're making all kinds of major decisions that are telling us what type of business we're going to be in the future. We've got a lot of restaurants that are doing away with full service or doing away with buffets and going to straight curbside or to straight counter service. We need to know that, and you need to hear the customer or the guest voice to see if that's what we're really looking for. We put out a really big survey about 6, 7 days ago, and in it told us that 82% of the people did not feel that the business had the ability to control the environment and make me feel safe in it. Those are things that you need to hear. So as a customer walks into your business, first and foremost, they have to see some type of change and some type of stickers on the floor and employees in masks or signs on the door. They need to see that you have heightened your sense of awareness about this. Unfortunately, as we sit here today, the virus is not getting any better in Florida. So we need to make sure that as we reopen, that we are taking this as serious as possible. I recommend doing a survey to your customers and listening to them, understanding what they want today so that you can pivot and make small changes. But also, you need to hear what they're looking for in the future from you. That's going to help you plan and grow as a business. So keep a focus on your customers. I understand that today's priorities might be somewhere else, but if you're going to grow the business back for a long-term prosperous business, You've got to earn the trust of your customers, even the ones that have been coming to you for years and years. You got to rebuild that relationship. Thanks.